morning, everybody.
Morning.
So excited to see you this morning. We're super excited to have our guest. So for those of you who watch us religiously, Elton Daniels was with us back in, we were discussing, we think February, because we know it was snowy the first time he was supposed to come, and he ended up having to, obviously work on the city to get the roads cleaned off. But now we're back with Elton Daniels as our city manager. He was our assistant city manager the last time he was here, and Trevor and I are so excited to have him.
So excited.
So thank you for being here. Okay, so you gotta, for those of us who, or those people watching who did not watch the show back in February, I think, tell us a little bit about what you've done in your career to get to this point to now be our new city manager.
I don't know if we have enough time for that, Sterling, but what I will say is that it hasn't just been me, it's been my village, my support, my family, my wife, my mother, my father, my community at large. And then the path that I took, I would say it's kind of like the traditional path. I started out in very small towns and kind of working my way up. My entire career for local government, I've been either a manager or assistant manager. Went to school, got my master's.
And you went to school in Wilmington? Is that right?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
For undergrad, I went to Furman University in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. And then for graduate school, I went to UNC Wilmington. And I finished off at Chapel Hill, so kind of bounced around. But
Well, UNCW is a love of Trevor's, so that's why.
Yeah.
well, you see, I have on my Seahawks.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. That's good.
So, and then you've been back in Rocky Mount for how long now?
So yeah, you said back because I was here before in the early 2000s because I was the manager of Sharpsburg for about 3-4 years. But I've been back in Rocky Mount since 2019, so just before COVID, and I've been here now for just over 6 years.
Yay!
And been manager now for about 4 months.
Okay, I was going to say 90 days,
It's
but
been 4
120.
months.
Sure.
Yeah, I started April 14th was when I got sworn in, so about 4 months.
Wow. Well, we're so excited to have you here today, and we're so excited to have you as the city manager.
Yes. You have to wear so many hats, and there's so much that you have to do. I'm sure your day is full.
Yeah, it is. It starts. It actually never ends. The city never sleeps. There's
That's
always
right. That's
something
right. There's always something going on.
We have issues that we have to deal with, but there's a lot of positive going on at the same time. So it's a 24/7, 365. But I enjoy it all.
Well, last time when you were here, you talked to us about several projects that were coming up and had just wrapped up. Not to put you on the spot, but can you give us an update on some of those, really significant and important projects for the city?
I'd say one of the more significant projects that we've worked on since I've been here in the city on this second tour since 2019 was the development of Fire Station 2. We started on that.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, we started on that and probably even before then COVID hit, and we had to kind of halt plans, and then prices went up due to a number of things, just the cost of steel and now tariffs, but we were able to stay focused and get that done. So we just had that ribbon cutting, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Where is it?
It's in Ward 4 off of Raleigh Boulevard.
It looks so nice.
So nice.
Like when you're driving down Raleigh Boulevard, it looks so nice.
State-of-the-art facility. It helps us because the firefighters that we have, they pretty much live there. So we want to make sure they have adequate spaces, make sure they have state-of-the-art equipment, and it's also a uplift and a facelift for the community. And so we're hoping that will spur more economic development activity outside of just the fire suppression services.
I imagine it helps recruit too. I mean, when you work in a really amazing facility.
Yeah, it's kind of like your line of work, in real estate. We have a brand spanking new building. I wouldn't call them toys, but new equipment, fully furnished, and so we're really excited about that. And that's just the first of many projects. We just recently completely renovated the BTW, which is the Booker T. Washington Old High School.
Okay.
It's our community center. We run our Parks and Rec program out of there. That's the first place where Martin Luther King gave his "I Have a Dream" speech. So he had it here in Rocky Mount prior to having it.
I remember hearing that, but I didn't know that's where it was.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I think there's
Yeah.
actually a recording of the speech.
That's
from
so
that building.
cool.
And so
Yeah.
it hadn't had HVAC systems in it, but now it has fully HVAC systems, new basketball goals, new gym court, just completely renovated.
Okay.
I think the restrooms were not operable. Now we have brand new ADA. ADA
Compliant.
So it's just awesome facility. So I encourage you both to come try it out. We
Yeah.
offer adult pickleball in that facility from time to time.
Which is
Adult
definitely
pickleball.
the new up and coming
I know.
sport.
Yeah.
And other community activities, you can actually rent the facility out. So
To have an event or something there.
to
Okay.
have an event, birthday parties, different events for the community. So we're really excited, and we have a few more that's coming online. I know we're currently renovating Sunset Park.
So
including-
that's what you
yeah.
talked about back in February, I
Yeah,
think.
so we received $1 million worth of grants. So,
Okay.
you know, there really are no city funds
That's
associated
so
with it.
good. So, you know, it takes a lot to apply for those and
Yes.
get those. That is a great.
Yeah.
So no
good.
city funds
It's good.
is great,
Yeah, it's great.
especially for the city to benefit from such a project.
Yeah, because that's one of our major parks in the city, and I don't want to steal our thunder, but I'm pretty sure we'll be receiving some more news about another major park in the city as well. So
Well, so these kind of things are, we've talked about it with the audience before, but between Trevor and I, we do quite a few community tours for Boyce Willis Clinic and Nash UNC hospitals. And so we tour them around these facilities
so
and
important.
these parks.
Yeah.
And this is what is so attractive for, you know, physicians and professionals who want to move here is they want these extra services, not just where they work, but
Yeah.
the extras.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because during our budget process that we went through this year, which I came in, you know, I was
On the tail end.
On the tail end, but had a lot of work to do during that process. We were talking about our rates for our services, including our tax rates, and there were a lot of questions posed about. You know, when a business come in, what do they look at? You know, they do look at our rates, but to your point, most businesses that we try to recruit, they want to know, if I bring my employees here, what are they going to do afterward?
That's right. Are they going to be happy?
Are they going to be
Where are they
happy?
going to eat? Where are they
be
going to
safe?
play?
Where are they going to play? So we try to focus on that three-pronged approach, that work, live, play, when we're looking at, you know, business recruitment and developing our parks. Also, we have some new restaurants coming on board and different, you know, areas for people to shop. So it's not just about what our rates. Our rates are important, but, you know, safety and work, live, and play is kind of what we look at. And so we're trying to address that with
Yeah.
updating our facilities, making sure that we have adequate spaces for our public safety employees, as well as, you know, places for us to play. So
Well, last time, sorry, were you ready to say
no.
something?
Well, I was thinking about the Great Imperial Center. That falls under the city, doesn't
it
it?
does, and we're actually
And
putting
that's
a brand
big.
new roof on it currently. So if you go out there today, you'll see workers out there putting a brand new roof.
Constantly, you know, improving things, and that's such a
I've
great.
seen Elton's family there several times
Love it.
because
Yeah.
he has children similar ages,
Yeah.
so they, you know, that's such a nice spot to take the children, even to a play. It's such a good spot to take the children.
We have Downtown Live, which we just completed that. It's like our summer series. We had just recently this honeybee event where you know, kids and adults learned about honeybees, that we actually had them in the facility. We were able to taste different honeys, and they had a contest and, you know,
Oh my
different
gosh,
arts and crafts. So
That's so great.
that's one of our crown jewels that I think we need to, you know, put more focus on and publicize it more, because not a lot of people know all the things that we have in there. Even in the Children's Museum, we have a live alligator. We know
And there was a planetarium in there. Is that under repair or?
it is currently under repair. We're actually trying to modernize it. So the technology that was in the planetarium is, you know, 20 years old, and now we have a whole lot of things that you do virtual. So we're looking at updating that, along with a lot of the different features that we have, because basically in the Imperial Center we do have some exhibits that are there the entire time, but we try to
Travel,
purchase and
like, yeah.
travel. So you know, what you see there this month might change in the next couple of months, because we want to keep it fresh.
I remember when my children were little, they're 8 and 10 now, that there was one that was about slime and boogers and all of these things, and they loved it. It was like 5 or 6 years ago. It was like all gross stuff for little boys, and they thought it was the best. I still remember it.
My favorite one is when we have the stuff about meteorology and like the stars, because growing up,
That's because you have a girl.
I thought I was going to be a meteorologist. You know, I can get, keep my job and just be half right. So.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember taking my boys, and now they're 23 and 26, and oh my gosh, we enjoy it so much. And there was a fundraiser buying a brick. I remember that.
Years ago. At
Years
the
ago,
Center?
yeah, and that would be something to think about, because it's a good, fundraiser to involve the community. But with the kids, even today, we'll go in there and look at
see where your brick is.
Yeah, moving forward, what we'd like to do is try to kind of cross-pollinate with. So we have the event center, and then we have the Imperial Center right there. So we want to try to make sure that we have thousands of people coming in on the weekends and during the week at the event center, that we also try to
kind of send them over if there's a way.
Yeah. Yeah, and we kind of want to make that. Rocky Mount, to many, is viewed as like the entertainment district for Eastern North Carolina, kind of like the gateway. And so we have a lot of things that are coming down the pipe. I know you all have heard of the 336, the area, the Commons at Sunset.
Oh, yeah.
We still are moving forward with that. So there's just a lot of things that's going to make Rocky Mount a destination. We're a good place now, a lot of fun things to do, but there's so much more coming down the way.
So I'm just going to piggyback on something he just said. Is the event center? Is my children took some summer camps, participated in some summer camps at the event center this summer, and they were amazing. They had such a good time, and it just kind of correlates with, it was the same Parks and Rec staff that they see at soccer on Saturday mornings, and they saw at tennis. And so, for so many of the physicians moving here when we tour, or professionals, it's so nice to be able to highlight the connection to not just adults, but the children activities that we have here in town. And I feel like this is, I'm sure there's not a Park and Rec season, but this feels like Park and Rec season, because we're out at the fields all the time.
Yeah, well, one of the things that is beneficial for us, and it's kind of like a competitive edge, is that we have some of the top parks in the state, and I'd say on the East Coast, from our sporting facilities as well as our our passive parks. Battle Park, we just renovated that a couple years ago.
It's so nice.
But on days like today, which is it's raining outside, you can actually go to the event center and get on the equipment and play the video games throughout the week, and that's something that a lot of people don't know. So
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So on the days that I want to take my kids to the park and it's raining, I like to play in the rain a little bit. So, but my wife doesn't want me to take the kids out, so I'll take them to the event center. You can pay a small fee, and then they can get on all the equipment, play the games. But you'd be surprised.
Burn out some energy.
Yeah, get them ready for bed, and but they have to have their homework first. That was always my rule. But you'd be surprised that a lot of adults use it more than the youth.
Than the youth.
Yeah, we have a lot of corporate sponsors that come in. They have their team building events at the event center.
Nice.
So we're looking to try to market that as much as possible, because it's not just a weekend facility. It's something that you can use 7 days out the week.
So I know we're wrapping up on time, but I just want to kind of leave the audience with, what do you think makes Rocky Mount special, and what really attracted you to take the next step here in Rocky Mount? Obviously, Trevor and I think it's special. We've made a career here as well. So, what is unique about our area and region?
There's a number of things. I think our natural assets and where we are physically located in the state. We're a couple hours from the beach. That's where I grew up, and then we're only a short drive to the mountains. And then if you want to parlay in the larger cities, we're a 45-minute drive from our state capital. But more so about what we have here, it's just a good quality of life. And then both of you are all in real estate, so you can purchase a home here. The cost of living is not as much as it is in Wake and Durham counties.
Yes.
But if you want to get to that area, again, it's only a short drive. Even if you want to go north to Virginia, we're only a short drive to Virginia. So I think where we are physically located is probably one of our biggest assets. We have 2 major interstates that go through our city. the future Interstate 87, and then we have 95, and then some of the things that the city is doing to amplify those things. You know, we built the event center. We are working on our parks. We are trying to keep our rates at a sustainable level that is fair and competitive across the state. A number of things. It's a place that I chose to raise my family. You know, a lot of times you hear about the negative stories, but I think our positives definitely outweigh our negatives. And I'm just excited because now, you know, at being the city manager, I'm really hands-on on shaping the future, but it's just not me, it's a team effort. And so one of the things that I'd like to express to you all and to your audience is that, you know, we're a team. You know, we're not a vending machine in which you pay your taxes and you just expect something out. We're more like a barn raising. The community needs to get involved. And then in my org chart that I have in my office, it doesn't start with the elected officials or myself. It starts with the citizens, the community stakeholders. We get our direction from you, and then we fight over the budget because we can't do everything.
We fight over it in our household too.
But we figure out the path going forward. And so my job as manager is kind of manage the day-to-day activities, try to work with council to accomplish the goals that you want to see. So if there's something that we don't have that you want to see, speak up. And
That's the way it gets put on the table.
that's it.
I think that's awesome. Thanks so much for being here again today. Doesn't mean we won't have you again in 6 or 8 months.
Well, I want to be here, so you know, you all are a great crowd. You're doing great things in the community, and I just feel like, you know, this is an opportunity for us to share our stories and find out ways that we can work with each other.
Awesome. Thank you.
All these good
I
things
know,
happening,
I
and
know.
yeah, we want to get the word out, so it's great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.